I moved to the United States right after I'd finished 6th grade in Kenya. It was definitely challenging, but also exciting.
He was so excited. It's like you have opened the door for bigger things to happen, you know?
My grandfather was a doctor in a rural town in Kenya, a small town called Rongai. He was a primary care doctor there.
Before even Brad knew what being a doctor is, he said, Grandpa, I want to be a doctor like you.
Seeing my mom work as a nurse, I saw the impact that my mom had on some of the patients that she was seeing and treating. I wanted to be a doctor and have the same impact in other people's lives.
Sometimes people do jobs just for the sake of getting paid and all that. But for him, I feel like it's something that you're called to do, you know?
One of my first rotations in med school was internal medicine. I fell in love with primary care and developing relationships with my patients. I was looking for something to do between my first and second year of med school. My friend Mac reached out to me with a couple of opportunities in Boston, one of them being the MGH Summer Research Trainee Program, or SRTP. It's a program that offers students who are underrepresented minorities in medicine an opportunity to come to MGH to learn about the institution, but also to have an opportunity to do research with some of the great research mentors who are here. Having a program that allows people to see themselves in an institution, to see other people succeed in that institution, people who they can identify with, gives them the courage, gives them the confidence that they can do the same thing. When I came to the residency application process, MGH was at the top of the list for me. So when I ranked at #1 and when I matched here, it was really a special day for me and for my family. So my mom came to my match day ceremony, and I remember getting my letter and opening it together with her.
He liked the place so much, and he said the team works together, the people there are so good, they are so helpful. So when he got it, I was so excited, and I was happy to be there.
When I first met Brian, he struck me as a natural-born leader, someone who had that quiet confidence and the ability to be able to connect with a wide variety of people, a trait so essential for being an outstanding physician.
So the chief resident role at MGH is a really special one. The role involves some teaching, doing some mentoring, meeting with residents, and discussing with them their career paths so that they can be the doctors that they want to be. I wasn't expecting to be chosen as one of the chief residents. The criteria to become one of the chief medical residents, I honestly do not know. It was a surprise.
The process is one where we seek nominations from our faculty and our former chief residents who are able to provide us some insight as to how the current slate of candidates might do in this job. Brian was a standout choice in his cohort. He's an exceptional teacher. He's a kind and compassionate individual who sees the good in everyone.
My hope as the ambulatory chief medical resident is to promote getting patients who are not typically seen on our panels at MGH to be seen here. There is some structural element that is at play in the diseases that we see in our patients, whether that's diabetes or hypertension or even COVID-19 and how much it's affected predominantly populations of color. I think it's important to address the equity issues that are underlying those medical problems. This past year, I was part of a group of people who helped launch the Sickle Cell Center here at MGH. Most patients who end up developing sickle cell disease are African American or Black.
One of the foundational tenets at the Mass General Hospital is that we care for all members of our community. Having a diverse group of trainees allows us to be able to meet the needs of a diverse group of patients.
This year, we were able to recruit over 30% of our residents who came from backgrounds that were underrepresented in medicine.
He loves what he does. He does it wholeheartedly. And I couldn't have wished him anything better than what he has.
I couldn't have been happier that he was going to be able to provide his wisdom, his kindness, his compassion to the next generation of physicians training in our program.
To me, being a physician means being in community with people, whether that's in the hospital when patients are at their sickest, being there and understanding how low of a point that is, or whether that's in the clinic where you're seeing healthy patients who are expecting a child and being there in community with them and in their happiness. That is what being a physician is.